Thanks, Cathaoirleach, and I'm delighted to have an opportunity to contribute to this really critical debate in the House. And I also, of course, share the strong concerns of other deputies about the nature and extent of the allegations made by Sergeant Maurice McCabe in relation to Garda misconduct and potential dereliction of duty. And of course, I welcome the decision of the Government to initiate the review of the dossier to be headed up by Sean Guerin SC, and also the earlier decision on the review by Mr Justice Cook. But I agree with my colleagues, I think, Cathaoirleach, that I think we should move to a Commission investigation under the 2004 legislation immediately, Minister. I wasn't able to be present for your speech earlier today, but I did study it very carefully and read it a couple of times, and I find the 2 years that have passed since you became, I think, possessed of these very serious allegations, it's hard to imagine why a minister has been very vigorous in relation to legislation and other matters would not have conducted a much more transparent, quick investigation of this matter, and that it would have been resolved indeed in 2012. As you know, I've continuously been pursuing you in relation to penalty points and the issues of the failure to apply fixed charge notice penalty points, in particularly the campaign that's been run by the Park Road Safety Group, and a series of allegations made by Garda John Wilson and Sergeant McCabe on that specific issue of full enforcement of the road traffic laws. Another reason why I believe we should have the Commission of Inquiry. I've always been a strong supporter of community policing, Cathaoirleach, like many members of the House. Indeed, I organised JPCs, I think myself, and in my own constituency before we had the legislation. But it is a basic, fundamental fact. I think if you're going back nearly 2 decades, it was always certainly the policy of the Labour Party, Minister, that we would have an independent Garda authority. And I think this current debacle has absolutely underlined the necessity for that, to separate the Garda Síochána from ministers and from politics on any kind of operational matter. I know you say you don't do that, but you know, I also note Deputy Mick Wallace put forward a bill some months ago to amend the law so that GSOC could be more independent and would have strengthened powers. Like other deputies, I'd like to be on the record of this House, Cathaoirleach, in commending Deputy Claire Dáil and Mick Wallace and Deputy Mick Wallace for their courageous initiative in relation to this. I must say I also share the criticism of the operation of GSOC. I think of the weaknesses of GSOC, Cathaoirleach, that's been set out very clearly by the Northern Ireland former police ombudsman Nuala O'Lone in relation to lack of powers to investigate the performance of the Garda Commissioner, the lack of powers to access all the information, the pulse, etc., and the fact that serving Gardaí are working within GSOC. So I have to say at the end of the day that I do feel we should move towards a Commission investigation. That's the best way forward. Thanks.